Hi guys, okay, so I am here with a jelly print video, and today we are going to jelly print with a stencil, and it's so much fun. Then I'm going to use these prints in the next video, still with the jelly plate but no stencil. So out of one layer over kind of thing with the stencil, we got 1, 2, 3 pulls on that one. I apologise for the lighting, but it's sun shining and it's boiling here. And then on this other one that I did, the next one that I did, I got 4, well technically 5 pulls, but 4 pulls out of it. So that was the first one, that was the second one, that was the third one. Oh, that was a separate one actually, sorry. And then this one was actually the same one, but I split it over 2 A4 sheets of paper. So if you join them up, sort of, then it still gave us 4, but 5 because we got 2 sheets. Now today I'm going to do it with A4 paper, not A3. Then we've got this one. I love this one. This is what kind of inspired me to do a video, because I was up until now just playing, and Cooper's come to say hello. Come on then, come and say hello and get off the jelly plate. Cooper, Coops, say hello. Hello everybody, hello everybody. Right, come on, get down. Good boy. I don't want pussycat prints on my stuff. Yeah, I love this one. It started off just as a pull, and then I used some oxide sprays, distress sprays, on the plate, got the colouring on the background, loved it. But then I have a absolute obsession at the moment with this paint, so I just put that on and got a thin layer of that over the top because it gives it the sparkle and shine. That was just a mop up, but again I love that as well. And then that was the result from the other one. Yeah, I did pull it a bit too soon there, so the paper ripped, but that's fine by me. Okay, so we've got some lovely prints going on there, and today I'm going to be using this stencil, and I'm going to be using A4 paper. Now this is it's not 120 GSM, but it's also not 80 GSM. It's kind of somewhere in between. It's a little bit thicker than copy paper, but not as thick as the next thickness up, sort of thing, but I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to start with black because I like the way the black looks. It looks very dirty doing this. You don't need a lot of paint, which you never really do when you're jelly printing, but it's so easy to do it. So I'm just going to brayer this on and cover the plate. Doesn't matter if you cover the whole plate, because the stencil doesn't cover the whole of the plate, neither does the paper. Well, it will actually, because I'm using 2 sheets of A4, but it doesn't matter because the stencil design's only going to be on part of the paper. Now there are a few hairs on this because Cooper's been up here whilst I was prepping, but that I'm not bothered. I can live with that. Okay, and I've just got my little 6x6 plate here at the side of me to roll off onto. Okay, so now we've got that layer on, I'm going to put the stencil on, and I'm going to put it down that way, like so. It's not straight, but that I'm not worried about. I'm just going to kind of help it along and get into these little grooves. Not that that really matters either, but well, it kind of does for your final pull. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some paper, 2 pieces, and then we're going to just line up in the corner of the jelly plate at this side with that one, and then line up in the corner of the jelly plate at this side with this one. Why are you lower down than you should be? Okay, in this corner here. And then just give that a rub to get the paint through the stencil. Okay. And then I'm going to pull the underneath one first. And I'm going to lay that down and just see if we can pick up any more off there on that one. Okay, so we've got half a leaf on there. And then another half a leaf on there. That's pretty cool actually. Okay, then we're going to take the stencil off and lay it to one side. And then we're going to come in with 2 more sheets of paper. And whilst this is still a little tacky, I'm going to just lay them over. And again, pick up a print. Same thing again, put the bottom one off first. Love it. Okay, lay that back down and see if we can get some of that off. I'm not looking for perfect, far from it. So, and then we'll pull this off. Yep, love that. Okay. So, let's try and get them in order behind me and then I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we don't need the stencil again, but as you can see, we've got this lovely leaf design on here now. So, now you kind of decide what you want for your background, because that is going to be the where is it? Can't find it now. This one. That's going to kind of be this print when you're finished with it. So I think I want some brown this time. So I'm going in with burnt umber. As I said before, I just used black and it is acrylic paint that I am using. Nothing special. Okay, so I'm going to go on with that. And I think I want a little bit of red in with that too. So this is crimson red. Pink goobers. Okay, so just kind of mix that together. And then let's go over this. Way too much paint there. But that's fine. Brayer off onto this little one over here. You can get several pulls by using just the same stencil. It's really cool doing it this way. But then I like the next part to it, which will be the next video. So, also kind of bear in mind that some paints do tend to be a little bit more fluid than others. So, as I said, I've put way too much paint on there, so I'm just going to roll some of that off on a sheet of paper behind me and thin down what's on the plate. Nothing special going on, you've seen it a million times, just rolling off. Okay, and now we're just going to rework this paint onto the plate. And then we need our paper, or papers, because I'm using A4 today. So, and I'm just going to kind of hang this slightly off at one side here, and then this hangs off at that side there, but I'm going to join them up this time. I'm not going to go one over the top of the other. Well, join them up as best I can. Okay. And now is the bit that I don't like, because this is just a game of patience now. Wait for it to kind of soak in and dry. You can pull now, which I have been doing. But then you don't really get a good imprint. Like so. So I'm just going to take some paint off of that palette here at the side of me, because of loads on there. Just go back over this. Doesn't matter about going onto the back of that sheet of paper. So I'm just going to kind of re-wet that, if you will, reactivate it, and then pop another sheet of paper over the top, and then we will be good, and we will leave it to dry like we're supposed to be doing. Just wanted to show what would happen. Sometimes if I think I'm going to use the pages that I've made, like the prints that I've made, as pages in journals or tags or something, sometimes I will do this on the back, because then I've got something on the back. I don't have to necessarily back it. There's already some interesting print on the back of it, but most of the time I cover them up, so it's also a good way of getting rid of some excess paint while you wait. Okay, so that should be well and truly on there now. Now this is optional. Not everybody will agree with doing this. I've watched many videos on it, and as long as you are careful and don't get too close to the plate, it is okay to do. I have tried it. I'm going to use a hairdryer just to speed things up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to pop you on fast forward for this. Now, I've tried moving you and then I ended up tilting you. Sorry about that, guys, because obviously this is going to get noisy. Okay guys, so I have been over with the hairdryer, and this is a bit warm to the touch. It's not hot, it hasn't melted the plate. As you could see in the, I know it's sped up, but as you could see in the video, I was using my left hand and the heat was pretty much going over my hand, not the plate, so, but it has helped warm it up. So now we're going to pull, because I am extremely impatient. This just helps speed things up. Instead of waiting like 10-15 minutes for it to dry on its own, we just waited a few seconds, well, a few seconds for you, but just a few minutes. I've already been playing with the plate today anyway, prior to videoing, so it is warm. The plate has warmed up because I've been using it, but look at that look at that pull, and it's dry. It's beautiful, I love it. Okay, and the plate is clean. Hey ho, winner winner chicken dinner. Okay, so I'm just going to pull from this side too. And they're going to be slightly different pulls because of the way that I did that side, because I was impatient. So that side's dark and that side's very light. So, and actually I prefer this side. I really do like that side better. Yeah, but as you can see, it's been the same print when we line it up there the best we can. So there's the full leaf print. I love that. I think that is so cool. I love the contrast. Okay, and like I said, the plate is now clean to carry on. So I'm going to do this again. This is the one that I pulled that was kind of no good really, but It worked out no good on there, but it worked out really good for that, so I might do that again. Nice learning curve there, because although that is really nice, I really like that better. So, okay, like I said, we will try that again, but we'll do a different colour. So let's pop that to that. So let's keep all these together because we're going to need them. Okay, so we're sticking with the same stencil. In fact, no, we're not going to stick with the same stencil. Let's use a different one now. Okay, so let's have a look in my stencil collection. Where are they? Here they are. Let's have a look in here at what we've got. I've got loads of new stencils that I bought for jelly printing and I haven't used them yet, so okay, so we've got that one, brick wall effect. That's nice. Oh, that's pretty. Let's use that. That's nice. It's got birds. Don't think we want birds. That's a nice one as well. I think we're going to go for that one for now. Maybe do another one in a minute after. Maybe do another one after. Okay, that's got a line down there, so I just have a damp cloth here at the side of me, and I'm just going to swipe that off because we don't need that. Dab it dry. Not bothered about any other colour on there, excess colour, that's fine. Yep, that's fine by me, I'm not fussed about that. I'm just going to clean off my brayer actually, so again with the damp roller, with the damp cloth, let's just get some of that off. I'm going to use black anyway, so it actually doesn't matter. Okay, and let's just wipe some of this off here as well. Kind of a bit of a waste, but let's face it, I've got loads of paint, so okay, dab that dry, roll that dry. Okay, right, so now obviously it's a smaller stencil, so I could either do a smaller space for an A4, or I could do a bigger one and do an A3 sheet of paper. The piece of stencil still in there, it shouldn't be. Let's cut that bit out. Let's just check and make sure there's no other pieces. No, just that. Okay, so let's grab some scissors. And where's it gone? There it is. Let's just snip and try and snip that off. Okay, a little bit sharp. Let's get these ones. These are a bit better. Okay, got it. Got it. Nice. Okay. Right, so how do we do this one now? Do we do this as A4? Is that actually A4 or is it smaller? Slightly smaller than A4. Good, right. So we will do A4. We will stick to A4. But that would be nice, printed double on A3. So maybe we'll try that too. But for now, let's stick to what we already have. Okay, so again with the black, I'm going to start with the black because I love the black. We're using A4 now, so we don't need a lot. And it kind of only needs to be in the middle of the plate. Although we'll go to the edges because it's easier, and I'll just put an A3 sheet over the top and mop up. Look at all these hairs on it now because of the cat. Never work with children or animals. Okay, brayer off there. Take this stencil, pop it on there like that. Again, just dab around these. Although that won't matter because that will actually happen when you smooth your paper over it, so I'll do that. I'm working this way because it's easier for me than working that way. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on over the top. And let's see what we get. I'm just going to take my bracelet off actually, and I should have took my rings off and I forgot, so let's do that now. Because I don't like getting paint in my rings, that's not good for them. Okay, so let's pull that and see what we get. Oh, I love that. Wow, like it lots. Okay, so now we're going to pull this up and pop that to one side because I don't really need that now. Oh, I really like that. And get another sheet of paper. And again, straight over the top. Not going to get a strong print, but that's fine. Okay, let's pull this one now. Lovely. Ghost prints. Lovely. Ghost prints all tend to work out nicer than some of the originals sometimes. Okay, so what do we want on this? I'm thinking red oranges maybe. Reddy yellow orange. Obviously red and yellow make orange, but it kind of reminds me of a floor. Tiled floor. So let's see. A bit of red. Bit of yellow. Okay, bit of red. Bit of yellow. Rolling this off, and then a bit of what you like, a bit of mixed. Hopefully that'll give us a nice orangey terracotta-y colour, maybe, or not. Knowing my look, it'll just be mud. Looks good though. Okay, again, just gonna brayer this off onto a scrap piece of paper. Oh, that's actually a nice colour. Alright, and then we're gonna get the A4 sheet of paper and try and remember where the pattern is and pop it down on there. And then I'm going to get an A3 sheet of paper and just go over the top to mop all this up off the edges. Okay, so get a double whammy. Now I wonder if we can get this out without moving this to then get another print from that. That is nice. that is nice. Yes, we can. Okay, so if we're very, very gentle, we can pull that, and I'll show you that in a minute. We can get that, and we can rework it a little bit, hopefully. Should have left that paint on my brayer. Okay, and then we're going to lay that back down and see if we can pick up that print. Whilst that's drying on there, look at this, guys. That is awesome, but the paint overpowers the print because, as per, I put too much paint on. But that is still cool. Love that ombre effect. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to turn you off camera. And, oh, that's working a treat. I'm going to turn you off camera and I'm going to use the hairdryer again. And I will be back in a moment. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. Let's see. Oh, I like this. Oh, wow. That is cool. Yes. Oh, that is really cool. Okay, and there's still some left on there, so we can actually do that again with less paint this time. And just see, less paint, she says. Okay, let's kind of just mix that together and see what we get. I love experimenting. No idea what I'm doing. I just love experimenting. Okay, so I want some A4 paper. And I am just going to, very gently, go over, pull off. Just to get some of the excess paint off. And then we're going to just brayer over that again. With what little bit we have left around the edges. Like so. And then pop that on. And then A3 paper over the top, like last time. And see what we get. Get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Now at the moment this plate feels fairly cold to touch, but once it's not warm, you know, it doesn't have to be room temperature warm, but once it's warm then the paint is apparently soaked into the paper as best it can, and that's when you pull. But that's just where a hairdryer helps. I wouldn't advise using a heat tool, and if you are going to do this I would advise you do this with caution, and you know, don't take my word for gospel. So, but I have seen this done before with a hairdryer, and for me it's been working. Excuse the noise. But as I said before, my hand is pretty much taking most of the heat, but it is working. And that's only on low anyway. You put it up to high. Oops, wrong way. Kind of like just a little bit, rub it in. My hand's getting the majority of the heat, but it is still warming the plate up as well. Focus on this area, that's what we want to pull. Now the plate feels warm to the touch, so that should be ready to pull. I mean, you could probably, yeah, that feels lovely and not really hot warm. It's nice and cool, warm to the touch. So you could do that probably with your Ranger heat tool if you have one, but I don't have one. I don't use stuff like that enough to kind of warrant getting one when I can just use a hairdryer for what I want to. I'm going to pull that to the side, and then we're going to pull this, and yeah, that's definitely worked. It's all coming off in one go and it's dry. There's nothing wet about this, and it pulls in one go and it leaves the plate clean, which is a lovely bonus. Lucy bonus, and I love that. Love it. Okay, so there's nothing to pull there, so I can take that off. Now, instead of putting it back down, I've got a lovely border there for something else in the future, which is cool. Actually, let's just try and put the stencil back down. Let's just slap a bit of paint on first. Right, so what did we do? Black. I don't really want black. Yeah, I do. Let's have some black. I'm going to need a bit. There's a little bit of red still in there, but that's fine. I don't need a lot. A little bit of paint really does go a long way, especially when you've been using your plate for a while and it's already warm through use. Okay, so let's get that on there. And then let's pop that in the middle and pull a print from that with the border around the edge. And use my Baron tool to get into the little nooks and crannies. This is new to me. I've not done this technique before. I was just playing and it was working really well, so I thought, wow, put the camera on. I love it! Love it when a plan comes together. Oh my gosh, that could not have gone any more perfect. And that bit there is just going to be great for what I want to do with the next video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. Right, I'm going to end here because I'm ending on a high. I will pull the stencil off and do another print from that, but I'm going to end the video here. That is just perfect. I love it. I love it how it is, but that is just perfect for what I want to do next. Okay, guys, now I can feel a coughing fit coming on, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Too late. Okay, take care, guys. Stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video for the next part of this. Yay! Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.